In the small, secluded town of Ravenswood, an ancient graveyard stood at the edge of the woods. It had been there for centuries, its tombstones weathered and cracked, a testament to the passage of time. Most townsfolk avoided the graveyard, believing it to be haunted by restless spirits and cursed souls. But I was never one to believe in such superstitions. My name is Emily, and I was a historian fascinated by the town's history. I had spent years researching the lives of the people buried in the graveyard and was determined to uncover their forgotten stories. One chilly evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, I found myself drawn to the graveyard once again. Armed with a flashlight and my notebook, I couldn't resist the allure of the forgotten tales that might lie hidden among the tombstones. As I stepped through the rusted iron gate, a sudden gust of wind sent a chill down my spine. Brushing it off as mere coincidence, I focused on my mission. The graveyard seemed oddly quiet that night, and the silence was deafening. The familiar crunch of gravel under my feet echoed through the eerie stillness. I made my way through the rows of tombstones, my flashlight illuminating the engravings of names and dates. My heart swelled with a mixture of excitement and reverence for the lives that once were. As I traced my fingers over the names, something peculiar caught my eye. A small, weathered headstone tucked away in a far corner of the graveyard bore no name or dates. Instead, it was adorned with an intricate carving of a weeping angel, its face etched with sorrow. Intrigued, I kneeled before the mysterious headstone, my flashlight dancing over the delicate details. Without warning, a strange sensation washed over me, as if the air around me had grown heavy with grief. I couldn't shake the feeling that someone, or something, was watching me. A soft whisper danced on the wind, barely audible yet distinct. "Remember me." The voice was faint, distant, and seemed to be carried on the breath of the night itself. Startled, I looked around, but there was no one in sight. Was it my imagination playing tricks on me, or had I truly heard a voice? I brushed it off, attributing it to the eeriness of the graveyard at night. Determined to uncover the story behind the unmarked grave, I decided to return the next day. The morning sun brought a sense of normalcy to the graveyard, and I convinced myself that my nighttime encounter had been a figment of my imagination. With the daylight casting a warm glow, I studied the angelic carving once more. As I traced my fingers over the stone, a peculiar symbol caught my attention, a small, engraved emblem at the base of the headstone. It resembled an ancient insignia I had seen in my historical research, linked to a local secret society. Suddenly, the pieces began to fall into place. The unmarked grave belonged to a woman named Eliza, a member of the secret society who had been accused of witchcraft during the town's dark past. Her story had been erased from history, and her resting place concealed from the world. Intrigued and driven by the urge to restore Eliza's legacy, I embarked on a journey to uncover the truth. My research led me through dusty archives, old manuscripts, and whispered tales passed down through generations. As I pieced together the fragments of Eliza's life, her story emerged from the shadows. She had been a healer, using herbal remedies to help the townspeople. However, her gifts had been misconstrued as witchcraft by those who feared the unknown. Eliza's tragic tale of persecution and injustice touched my heart deeply. Determined to honor her memory, I worked tirelessly to unveil the truth and give her the recognition she deserved. Word of my discoveries spread through the town, and slowly, the people began to question their long-held beliefs about the graveyard. Eliza's story became a symbol of resilience and the consequences of blind prejudice. In time, a marker was placed on her grave, inscribed with her name and the truth about her life. Flowers and tokens of respect adorned her resting place, a far cry from the forgotten and neglected state it had been in before. As the sun set over the now peaceful graveyard, I couldn't help but feel that Eliza's spirit was finally at peace. The whispered voices that haunted the night had transformed into a gentle breeze, as if saying thank you for giving her a voice after centuries of silence. From that day on, the graveyard held a new meaning for the townsfolk, becoming a place of remembrance and reconciliation. And as for me, Emily the historian, I had not only uncovered the forgotten tale of a woman long gone but also learned a valuable lesson about the power of storytelling and the importance of preserving the truth, no matter how hidden it may be.